Good evening and welcome to Alexandra Palace, London, and the Kazoo World Darts Championship. This evening, my friends, you are at the greatest show on earth. We know darts is the greatest sport on earth. This is the biggest tournament in it, and you get to see an array of stars on the big stage this evening. My name's Dan Dawson. This is Paul Nicholson, a former major champion himself. He's done the salute, so you know it's really him. Paul, we have seen some things already as we've reached day 5 of the tournament. I want to talk about last night, because I'll be honest with you, there's been some ropey stuff in this tournament. There's been a lot of low 80s averages, but things suddenly clicked into gear with Scott Williams last night, didn't they? Massive, massive average. Not as high as Ryan Joyce, who averaged 103, 17 180s. This lad can play, can't he?
We've known it for some time that he can play, but when someone comes to Alexandra Palace for the first time, you always give them the test of, can you do it here? And I suppose, yes, he can. And that first set tells you a lot about his levels. When you average 115 for a first set and deny an opponent who's playing well shots at double, I mean, he's averaged 111 in that first set, Ryan Joyce. That was a great set, and overall, the best game of the tournament so far.
Yes, standout display of the tournament from Scott Williams. However, there was another young man called Williams who this afternoon in that hall over there did this. Louis Williams, known as the Prince of Wales, came into this year not playing his best stuff. But look at that, kicks off 180. This is to win the match, my friends, against Neil Zonnevel, the young man who's going to be losing his tour card potentially as a result of this, but follows it up. And you'll see, let's transport ourselves back to this afternoon. Imagine you're in the hall. There's a fourth dart. Come on, I want some noise in here, people. There it is, see? There it is. We're on the 9. We have not seen a 9-darter in this tournament as yet. We got 3 here last year. Is this a prelude to what we are going to see this evening when Gerwyn Price takes to the stage? 1-4-1 for the perfect leg. Nobody even got 7 darts into it by this point. But young man Louis Williams, the Prince of Wales. Yes, this is what I want. He drops his dart. Surely he can't hit the treble 19 after dropping his dart. He doesn't think so. Louis Williams isn't sure. But yes, he can! Double 12 for the first perfect leg. Not to be. Not to worry for Louis, though. He did come back, clear up that leg, win 3-0 to book himself a spot against Michael van Gerwen in the next round. Paul, Louis Williams is a very, very exciting young talent, even though we haven't seen much of him this year.
I was talking about him on TalkSport 2 this afternoon, and the fact that he had his first year on tour last year, he was excellent. But it's almost second album syndrome for 2022. He's had a lot going on, he's become a father, and he decided to take his foot off the gas towards the end of the year because he qualified through the development tour. We were all a bit mystified as to what Louis Williams would turn up. That performance today was so focused and so really well paced that you have to be impressed by it. And he nearly did the bowling, didn't he?
He nearly did. Willie Bolton, of course, hit a 9-darter to win a game last year. That was in a last leg decider. Absolutely unreal scenes. However, there could be unreal scenes tonight. You get to see the world #1, Gerwyn Price, as he kicks off his campaign. He's a man who's hit 4 televised 9-darters this year. That's a record. He could add to it tonight. But before we get on to tonight's games, here is Gerwyn Price doing a bit of forfeit darts with some stars from Leicester City, including England's own James Maddison.
Rightio, folks, this is our forfeit darts challenge. We've got 4 lovely players. I will spin the wheel, and then whatever forfeit comes up, you will have 3 darts to throw, whatever the forfeit is.
We've actually, nothing like this, but we've got a wheel similar downstairs, so when someone gets fined for being late or leaving a topper, we have a fine wheel. So you spin it, it's got forfeits or double the
20 grand fine. Yeah, there you go.
So let's get on with it. Okay, I'm going to spin the wheel. Okay, this will be your first forfeit, lads. I'm not going too silly, otherwise we'll take off there. Sat on a chair. So, right, here we go. Okay, get as much distance as you can. 5. 5. And 5. 15.
consistent.
Luke. 5, 25, 40. Gazzy?
Don't start showing off now and whack 140.
20, 19, and 3 is 42. Finally, Joe. 18, 37, 54.
Oh, you should just go for the
So, your second challenge, lads, will be...
Swap darts.
Can you?
Yeah, we can. I don't mind using them ones.
12, 32,
Oh,
52.
treble,
That's good darts, that's good darts.
I'll take 52.
Luke, 1, 6,
Yeah.
26.
That's 20. Must be the darts.
Treble 20. Treble 20. 140. 15. 75. 135. Right, round number 3. Bragging rights for the last one. How good's this going to be?
No fly, I can't get the stick in.
Oh, no.
This is the wrong hand. If you're right-handed, you throw left. If you're left, you throw right. Right here, James. No one wanted to
in the ball, wasn't it?
No one wanted to see that except Luke. That's a 9. I think that's a 12. It is 21.
I was going for the ball, you know. It's not the worst grouping.
13. 19.
What do I need? I need 3. Just throw it at you again.
25. 16. 23. 28.
It's got it 19, isn't it?
1.
Do got that.
1. 10. Yes! 28.
Last start. Had to win somewhere, didn't I?
Brilliant, brilliant. Well done, lads. Good challenge this, eh? I enjoyed that. It's good fun. Well done, boys.
Right, there you go. That was Gerwin Price. These two gentlemen are two fans all the way from Dortmund, Germany. What are your names, gents?
George.
And?
Lucas.
Now, these lads have been practicing for the Bullseye Challenge, the game we're about to play. You just hit an awful lot of bullseyes. You must be very confident.
I don't know. I never felt so much pressure.
Never felt so much pressure. I'm going to heap the pressure on because I'm going to give you a target thrown at the bullseye for 60 seconds. If you hit the bull, that is 3 points. If you hit the outer ball, that is 1 point. I'm going to give you a target of just 4 points. You can do that in 2 darts. If you get that 4 points, look at this. Touch it. Feel it. Imagine going home to Dortmund wearing this. What would the people say?
You're incredible guys.
They would say, you're incredible guys. Sehr, sehr schön. Ausgezeichnet. Now, right, not only that, if you set the highest total that we have seen over the course of the World Championship come the end of the tournament, and the highest total so far is only 5 points, we will give you 4 tickets to any night of PDC darts of your choosing at any point next year. It could be the Premier League final, it could be the Premier League night in Berlin, it could be the World Championship final. How's the pressure now?
Even more.
Even more, and of course it is, because this is the Bullseye Challenge.
You know, they're the bullseye! The goal! The ball!
Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 serious players here. They have 60 seconds looking to win a money can buy prize, but it would take an awful lot of money to buy it. Your time, gentlemen, starts now. 60 seconds. There were bullseyes and there were outer balls. There were points and points and points in the practice darts, but now the pressure is on and it's got to be done in a minute. Can they do it? There's a point. Oh, it's fallen out. Oh my. He keeps his composure though. Good, we've got 1 point, lads. That's fallen out. What is going on? Oh, superb. German technical excellence. Vorsprung durch Tungsten for these two. We are at halfway through the time. We've got a couple of points. It should have been more, but gravity is not your friend. Oh, that's so close. We can double our score. 1 dart away, you get the T-shirts. 2 darts, potentially, you're in line for the big prize. Oh, now then, only 15 seconds, maybe a couple of visits left. That was a bit snatchy. Oh, no. We've only got 5 seconds left. This is going to have to be it. One more dart. Oh, no, it's falling apart. Time over, time up. Gentlemen, gentlemen, come on in, come on in. I want you to look at this T-shirt. I want you to feel it. I know that you said you'd go back to Dortmund and they'd say, these are incredible guys. If you had this T-shirt, what are they going to say now you don't have it?
Maybe we are not good dart players.
They might say that, but we do have good dart players on the way tonight. It's time for Pundits Feed the People.
Right, after extensive consultation with Wayne Mardell, here are the predictions for night 5 of the World Darts Championship. Hiet Nentjes, which I've been practicing saying, against Leonard Gates, and I'm going for Nentjes to win there by 3-1. Richie Madhouse Edhouse against David Cameron, 3-1 to Edhouse. The Adonis Steve Beaton against Danny Van Tripe. Now, I'm often accused of talking tripe, but I think Van Tripe will get beat here by Beaton. Beaton will not be beaten, 3-1 to Beaton. And Gedwin Price against Luke Woodhouse. I think the Iceman will win with a minimum of fuss by 3-0. If any of those are right, it'll be a miracle. If they're right, it's down to me. If they're wrong, it's Mardell.
There we go, Rod Studd, lead commentator on Sky Sports. A man who was not messing around there, almost as if he couldn't care less about being the pundit in Pundits versus the People. However, you can make your predictions every day for every session on the PDC's Instagram account. We'll bring up the scores here. So everybody's in agreement, the pundits and the people. The scores are different. You can see the pundits are outperforming the people. There's the scores at the top there. It just goes to show you know nothing. You are useless and worthless, but never mind. Right. Let's go through the games with our pundit here, Paul Nicholson. Paul, opening game of the night, Hiet Nentjes versus Leonard Gates. Now, Leonard, he's unpredictable. He might be brilliant. He might not be able to count.
We've got two players that haven't won on this stage. One because he's making his first appearance on the stage, of course, but Hiet Nentjes has been here before, hasn't got it done, and I think it's two very different mindsets. When it comes to Gates, this is all very new. He's been in many, many different tournaments and different arenas. But for Nentjes, he's got scar tissue, which is why I think he might win.
Ooh, interesting. Let's move on to game 2, because I really do like the lineup for tonight. We'll bring it up here. Bang! Here we go. Hang on. We'll try again. Bang! There we go. Richie Edhouse versus Excalibur. Another North American, David Cameron. He's the world seniors champion. He's been playing probably the best darts of his career the last year or two, hasn't he?
You talk about experience levels. David Cameron's been playing at Lakeside for many, many years, so him coming into a World Championship at this time of year is not foreign to him. Now, Edhouse is someone who has played better over the last couple of years. He's not someone who's bouncing in and out of Q School on the tour. He's very much a mainstay now, but he needs to start making that next step. This is a very difficult game for him because, you're right, David Cameron, as the winner of the World Senior Masters, will fancy this more than before.
Yeah, World Senior Masters, I should say, rather than World Senior Champion. You're right. Okay, speaking of World Champions, though, Game 3, the legend, the bronzed Adonis, in his 32nd World Championship appearance, the sexiest man in world darts, it is Steve Beaton, going up against the debutant in Danny Van Tripe, who we're going to see on the tour from next year. It's the epitome of youth versus experience.
It is a debutant against someone who is about as far from being a debutant as you could possibly have. A lot of people are tipping Steve to win this game. It's not as easy as it would appear because Danny's been playing a lot of competitive stuff lately. It's just whether he's confident enough to go up in front of 3,500 people to beat someone who is going to have every single person in here chanting his name.
I would imagine so. And the final game of the night, the world #1, the former champion, he is the World Series champion, Gedwin Price, goes up against Luke Woodhouse. Now, is it 4 TV9 darters this year? He is the world #1, and even though he's not played his best, he's still won. The only person who's won more titles than him is Michael Van Gerwen. He's going to be a heavy favourite, obviously.
Of course, he's the world #1. But when it comes to his season, we judge him by very different standards. And if most other players had done what he's done this year, we would have said, what a great season. But it's one of his worst, let's put it that way. But he should have too much for Woodhouse tonight, but they do have history, but in a slightly different venue, because when Luke Woodhouse played in his kitchen, he beat him 4-0 with a 9-darter in times that were slightly different to this.
Yeah, they were. The home tour, that was Luke Woodhouse hitting his only 9-darter. I think he might have had another one as well, but his 9-darter, first one in his own kitchen against Gerwyn Price. That completes the lineup for tonight. You get to see the world #1 start his campaign. Gerwyn Price, if he does become a 2-time world champion here at Ali Pali this year, you will have seen the opening game. And just a word for you, cheer for who you want. By all means, sing the songs, get involved, enjoy yourself. Don't boo, don't whistle, don't cheer. Come on, give him the best chance. You want to see a 9-darter tonight? Yeah? You want to see a 9-darter? You've got the most likely player in the world to hit a 9-darter. Is it 4 on telly this year? So give him some respect, give him a chance to do it. Enjoy the darts. It should be a belter. The Bronze Adonis and the Iceman both on the way. Good night.
It is quite simply the biggest show, the ultimate, the dream of so many.
That's what I like to see. That's real darts. That is astonishing. That is a 9-dart finish.
Tungsten testosterone.
Oh, what a night that was!
Have you ever seen the light? James Wade doing what James Wade does. What a finish! Raises the roof for the Alexandra Palace. A thrill a minute wide, guaranteed. What an experience.
Something to behold. Oozing confidence up there. Raymond van Barneveld simply had no answer. Magnificent MVG.
Oh, magnificent! Sensational dance! And this time, Peter gets it right.
Peter Wright is the champion of the world.